Hello, guys. This is my second take here. I had to move my phone from elsewhere, and then, of course, the wind was getting in the way. I'm outside. It's a bit sunny, a bit windy. I mean, I'm about to cut my yard, but it's just, I, I just can't get these thoughts out of my head, and I just had to make another video of sorts. Um I want to talk about the elephant in the room, that being male issues, right? Um, I believe, well, from the research that I've done, talking to people, talking to, of course, people online, people in real life, friends, family, and etc., that, well, males are basically treated like second class citizens, maybe even third class, if you count, funnily enough, dogs. Uh, you could make a good argument that maybe we're third class citizens. Uh, well, anyways, as a society, I believe, and I've seen that males are treated like disposable tools, and for quite some time, before, of course, hold on, of course, for quite some time before the destruction of the nuclear family, where essentially the male, which would be the husband, the father, uh, he will at least have some incentive to enslave himself. Uh, and that being, of course, he will get full rights to his family, right? And you can't really put it any other way. It's still enslavement because, of course, I mean, the one that brought all the bread to the house, and the one that, of course, had to make the tough decisions was the man in general. And I believe, of course, because of the male desire to be unfree. Move, guys, move. Hold on, because I got the dogs here. Hold on, move. Yeah, males in general, I believe that we just have an innate desire to be tied down, to be unfree, slave, whatever you want to call it. Uh, because of course that gives us purpose, right? There's there's purpose in having a and raising a family, raising your own kids, to an extent, and doing it for society as a whole. But male issues nowadays are just set aside. Of course, the elephant is there, the elephant's in the room, and nobody wants to say anything about it. There, there's a decline, of course. I mean, I'm mostly doing these videos for people that have done maybe a little bit of research, and or they just see that something's wrong, and they just can't put quite a finger on it, and they want to talk about it. And there are no years. There's nobody that shares a sentiment to at least speak about things, and maybe come to a conclusion of sorts, even if it's just a 10-minute argument, or I don't know, just bring a light to it. But yeah, the I believe the elephant can't be ignored any longer. More and more men are just becoming more aware at the I would say the problems we're facing, and they understand somewhat that something just ain't right. Uh, Before, I would say probably like less than 100 years. Maybe I would say like during like I wouldn't want to say this, but like like the baby boomer time is, like there was still some incentive, there was still some pride to being part of this society. Of course, the men would fight for it because there was still some sort of pride there. Yeah, the feminism was still there, but they were better at pretending that things were all right, and mm, nowadays it's just hard to hide the fact that uh, that males are disposable, that you're a tool, and you've always been seen that way. But there are no incentives now, no incentives to marry, to care about the society that you're in, and some even go as far as just caring about life in general. Yeah, I've seen some antinatalism videos, uh, in terms of I guess suffering and all that. I see their point. It's just the same as vegans. Um, Vegans obviously they have the moral high ground because they they are against murder of animals, which are to be believed as, of course, the innocent, and the mistreatment and all that. They have the moral high ground. You can't deny the fact that vegans have the moral high ground. But I mean, I've gotten a little sidetrack here, but uh, yeah, you can't hide the fact anymore. People are becoming more aware, and oh my god, dude, another fly. Well, whatever. Uh, and it's just that the just bring it up. Maybe somebody else will, I don't know, at least maybe talk about it. They see this video and just bring it up to your friends, to your family, and maybe come up to a conclusion of, what. Maybe I wouldn't say conclusion. Maybe just to an agreement that the problems are there, and there's no there's just no mistaking it. Uh, the men who are looking up this stuff and that are being aware of the situation, they're they're done. They're done. There's no incentive to fight for a society that doesn't even can't even tolerate you at this point. They can't even tolerate you. That's how bad it's gone. They can't even tolerate you, much less even like you. Uh, they don't care about you. Of course, unless you have a different genitalia, I mean, it might show some resemblance of caring. I mean, but this goes back into human nature, man. Like humans are just gynocentric I would say by nature. We're gynocentric by nature, so of course we're gonna care about the female gender, and but we've we can do more research, and now there's more resources available, so it wouldn't hurt as a society to maybe spread the knowledge, do more public funded research on the fact of of male nature and female nature within the human species, become so that maybe we can better understand and internalize the information, and maybe go against what our nature dictates. It's not hard. It's not hard. I've tried myself uh, to ignore the fact, try to become as rational as possible, but you're only human. There's a limit. There's a limit to where you can ignore your own biology. But the cat's out of the bag, and and it, um, I'm not sure what else to say about that. But yeah, it's just the male loneliness, the rise of male loneliness, the rise of I mean the loss of male purpose uh, within this society. There's just no incentive to fight, to breed, to get married. It would just be selfishness. There are many factors dealing with this. It's not just feminism. Of course, there's feminism, there's consumerism, uh, the fact that the what's it called? We are no longer religious as a society. Most people are just atheists. There's nothing wrong. I'm not saying that there's anything wrong with not believing in that there's a God. Maybe not believing in, I don't know, gay rights or whatnot. I'm not sure, dude. I don't know. I believe that we could come up to, if we are rational and we try to set aside our emotions, we may be able to come up to a conclusion where we know our flaws. We know that there's the decisions that we make are not always going to be rational. There's always going to be the emotion factor because, of course, we're only human, right? Uh, we're not some sort of higher being. Yeah, of course we could talk. Oh, look at this monkey, right? Whatever. Like he could talk. Yeah, must be pretty smart. Must be pretty smart. But no, not just because you could talk. Not just because you could think. That means that you're just naturally gonna be smart and just taking all the rational decisions, right? Uh, we have to have some sort of limit, of course, right? But I don't know, man. I love humanity and I too much, and I can empathize with a lot of people. I sympathize and I empathize with a lot of people. I know what they're feeling, like I know what they're doing, and I just can't fight myself, and I have hope. I have faith that they will grow, and I have faith that we will grow, and we will get out of this. I've seen that. I've seen the what is this? Stupid fly, whatever. I've seen the, of course, the red pill, blue pill, black pill, white pill, whatever. Uh, the incel, femcel, all of these issues, man. I've seen it all, and I believe. I mean, this is why I'm making the videos. I believe that I've seen it. I've seen it all, and I know that there's suffering, and I know we can't ignore it. But it's not just suffering. Oh my God, dude! I get another fly. It's not just suffering for women. Oh my God, dude! Stupid fly. It's also suffering mostly on men now. Just bringing issues to light. Well, that's it. Thanks, guys.